Hey guys, this is Sam with Daily Sports Betting Overtime, and I wanted to make sure that I got to talk to you guys about our blow it out day today. 84 bets in soccer. Yeah, you heard me right. You guys know how I feel about soccer. It's hit or miss. I love making the money, especially the plus money situations with soccer. However, it drives me crazy with ties. But I mean, how can I really gripe about that when the other day I had three pushes in baseball and over and unders? So I don't know. I had a pretty good day yesterday, and I even did well in baseball. Um, should I have said that? Probably jinx myself today on baseball. You guys know how baseball hates me. We've got 28 bets going in baseball today. 4 golf bets. And I'm hoping today will be good in baseball. Anyway, let's start with golf. Now, today is day 3 in head-to-head bets for golf. Gonna take Jana Watnan. I know I am screwing that up. But gonna take Jazz over Dale Whitnell. Got that for minus 119. Taking Thomas to try over Mikko Kornahonen at minus 132 for Thomas to try. Going to take our boy from last week, Marcus Armbridge, at minus 125 over Espen Kovsnad. Also going to take our boy from last week, Callum Shinkwin, at minus 143 over Julian Gutierrez. There's only 4. Reason. The Wyndham Championships, which is the PGA event this week where there are golfers trying to get in to the championships, the FedEx Cup, if you will. It got delayed yesterday due to weather, and they're finishing up basically the second round early this morning, and then going to get into they're going to make cuts, then get into round 3. So that's why I've only got 4. I'm giving these out a little early because of baseball. And I know a lot of you are going to tweet me or write me and say, well, are you going to make bets on this later? I don't know. And I'm being honest with you guys. You guys know that I'm pretty straight up. The reason why today I already have 116 bets going. And while they aren't for a lot of money, I'm not making $100 bets, they are going to be a lot for me to keep up with, and I don't know about watching a golf tournament. On top of that, to make a lot of bets. So if I do, I'll send out a tweet, Daily Sports Betting Overtime, and you can also follow, if you're not on Twitter, the Overtime Network. We're at the Overtime Net, I believe, is our Twitter handle. So if I do, I'll shoot that out to you, but I kind of doubt it because we've got so many bets going on. But I will try to get a bunch round 4 bets. And again, that's why you didn't get them last night. I wanted to give you golf bets last night, and they delayed round 2, so they didn't put out very many round 3. So that's why. So let's get into baseball. 110. Guys, I'm taking the New York Mets over the Braves. I got that one for money line minus 128. This is the first game of a double header. I think they stay under 8.5, being that they are playing in New York. I'm going to switch that up, though, for the second game. At 220, I've got the Chicago Cubs on the money line, minus 112, beating Miami, and I'm going under in this one, under 8.5 at minus 120. And if you guys have noticed, I've been doing more unders these first two games. Obviously, I'm picking under because, guys, it seems like defenses are getting a little better, but it's not so much the defense, it's the pitchers and the batters not being able to hit them. So a lot of games have been staying under. We had a lot of games yesterday that were like 3-2. I think we had one that was 2-1. And so you've got games staying under. And then you've got 9-7 bash-a-thons we also had yesterday. So kind of crazy. But anyway, third game of the day, I've got Baltimore, the home team, money line minus 149 over Pittsburgh. I mean, guys, I think this one's a no-brainer. The Pirates, they are awful. As usual, but don't get me into that. We're going to go over 8.5 runs today with them at minus 115. The 6:05 game, I've got Philadelphia going over Washington. Chose Philadelphia on the run line, minus 1.5 runs at minus 125. I'm going to go over 9 in that one. They're playing at Philadelphia, and I'm going to do minus 106 is what I found on that. Another run line. We've got Tampa Bay on the run line, minus 1.5 at minus 150 over Detroit. Yes, they're playing in Detroit. I don't think that matters because Detroit's team is not as good as the Rays, and I almost was going to compare their park to Tropicana, but nothing is like Tropicana. However, I do think the Rays are, just a better hitting team all around in a dome, and I think we see that come to play today against Detroit. We've got another game at 6:10, and I'm going with Houston. Again, the road team. I'm going to go with Houston on the money line, minus 160 over the Cleveland Indians. I think Houston's pitching helps with this. Plus, they've been playing pretty good defense. The thing that scares me, though, about the Astros is they don't explode very often on offense. I have to go under 9 on this one at minus 124, but personally, not worried about them in the dog days of summer, but Houston has to find some offensive firepower going into the playoffs, and so I'm going to be looking for that at the end of August, early September. 7:05, I've got Chicago White Sox on the money line at minus 121 to beat Texas, going over 8 at minus 115 on the over on that one. Next game up, 7:07. I'm going back to the well. It may smack me. I don't think it's going to, but going back with my San Francisco Giants. And here's where it shows that I'm not confident in them. I'm taking them on the money line, and the juice is minus 204. You guys know I hate that. But guys, when I ran my numbers, and then when you put the eye test to it, I can't take them on the run line to get that lowered. And I really, truly believe they're a better team than Oakland, so I don't want to choose Oakland on the reverse run line. the numbers just don't even come close. So I'm stuck in a quandary of not really believing in San Francisco. I need them to do a turnaround with this series. I'm going to stay under with them. I'm going to go under 7.5 at minus 112 with the Giants and the A's. We've got two games at 7:10, and that's where you see that second game of the doubleheader come in. And I'm going with Atlanta this time. Atlanta on the money line. I got it for plus money at plus 110. I think both teams will not be plus money if you wait and bet that later in the afternoon. But I look for Atlanta to get them back, and I look for this game to be over 8.5 because I don't think both teams will concentrate and focus on defense. I think it's too early in the season. Like I said, it's the dog days of summer. And so I'm going to choose the over in the second game. The other game at 7:10, I'm going to take Boston. Boston on the money line, minus 140 over the Kansas City Royals. That should be a no-brainer. But my gosh, Boston's been kind of up and down. Not that they're necessarily losing a bunch of games or anything like that. They haven't looked like a typical Red Sox team, I don't think this whole season. But anyway, gonna stay under 9 though. Kansas City, just not very good, and Boston, not explosive. So gonna go under 9, minus 105, and then got two games, 7:15. First game is Cincinnati versus Milwaukee. I'm going to take Milwaukee. And today I got them on the money line. They're playing at home. The Reds, they're not good either. But Milwaukee sometimes plays to their level of competition. So I'm going to go money line minus 192 because my number on them is only a half a run. I'm going to go over 8. This number is 8.1 in my calculations, but anyway, this obviously has the opportunity to push. I don't think it's going to push. I've already made it. We're going to stick with it. Let's go over 8, minus 105, and then the other game at 7:15. Of course, we're taking the Yankees over St. Louis. Yankees on the money line, minus 116. Guys, I think this is a no-brainer. I know my voice shows that. I'm just not impressed with the Cards, and so we're going to take the Yankees over 8, minus 108. One game at 8:10, and it's Arizona, Colorado. I wish this was in Colorado so we could at least see some runs being lit out of Coors Field. But anyway, I'm going to take Arizona over them on the money line, minus 177. I still think they go over 8. I still see a lot of runs being scored, just not those tiring home runs. At minus 111. And then the last game I'm playing in baseball tonight is at 9:10. It's San Diego versus the Dodgers. When I think back to last year, this is a series for me that kind of summed it up. The beginning part of last year's season, I never missed the series. And if you go back and listen to any of them, why would you want to? But if you go back and listen to any of them from last year, I was excited about this series. This year I'm not. Maybe they'll get me excited, but San Diego hasn't been playing the Dodgers well. And the Dodgers are kind of running away with it. I'm going to take the Dodgers tonight on the run line. Minus 1.5 runs at plus 129. I have them at 1.9 runs over San Diego. So looking for a big Dodger victory. However, because of their pitching and because San Diego doesn't seem like they can hit the ball in Dodger Stadium, I'm going to stay under that 8.5 runs at plus 102. I think this could be like a 6-2 game. 6-3. I know that puts me at 9. No, I'm not going to overthink this. I'm going to stick with my numbers and not overthink this. We're going to go under 8.5. Last game of the day. This is what I'm betting on today. 4 golf bets, 28 baseball bets. You guys don't have to bet any of them. You don't have to bet all of them. But what I want you to do is, if you choose to bet them, make sure you're doing your own research and you are picking winners. Guys, if you feel like you have a problem or anyone close to you feels like you're having a problem, please stop. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Make sure you're answering the questions as honestly as you can so that they can make an appropriate referral to your local area to get you the help, guidance, and support that you need. Let's hope that I have picked a bunch of winners. If you guys want the soccer bets, there are 2 previous soccer episodes for today, and then I'm getting ready to do Major League Soccer bets for tonight. Well, they start at 3, and we're going to do some Major League Soccer, MLS, here in the United States, and we're going to get after that tonight also. But if you want all 84 soccer bets, don't want to have to listen to a bunch of episodes, just go to theovertimenetwork.com and look at the soccer article. It'll tell you, it's got them. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and follow this podcast so that you get all your information. Later tonight, going to be putting out the first of the future bet total wins on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And possibly going to be doing some college teams. So, looking forward to that. I will be talking to you guys soon. As always, if you guys need to get a hold of me, dailysportsbettingot@gmail.com for any questions, comments, problems, or protests that you guys may have. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hopefully I see you down the road.